We're going to draw a graph for a firm today, so I'm going to show you how to draw the cost curves. The first thing we want to do is start off with an X and a Y axis. Hopefully you can see this. And this is the quantity axis, as always, and this is the price axis. We'll give the company a name, whatever the College Board tells you to title the graph or explains to you as the firm is the one that you should do. The first curve that we'll draw is a marginal cost curve. The marginal cost curve looks like a Nike swoosh. It quickly descends and then it quickly ascends or goes up. Out to the right of this, we'll label this marginal cost. The next two curves we're going to draw are the average total cost curve and the average variable cost curve. The average variable cost curve we can start with. It's going to be more of a U-shaped. So we're going to start over here near where the quantity is 0, and it's going to slowly go down until it hits the marginal cost curve. The average variable cost curve is at its lowest point when it hits the marginal cost curve. So once we get there, we need to slowly draw it rising, and out to the right we'll label that average variable cost. Okay, the average total cost curve is always going to be higher than the average variable cost curve, because in order to calculate the average total cost, we add the average fixed cost to the average variable cost. We're not going to draw the average fixed cost curve on this graph, although we could. Instead, we're going to learn a little bit later on how to calculate the average fixed cost by subtracting the average total cost and average variable cost on this graph. Okay, so this time we're going to start higher than the average variable cost curve. Okay, at the lower quantities, the average fixed cost is larger than it will be at the greater quantities, because if we take a fixed number and we continue to divide it by higher and higher quantities, that number will get smaller. So we want to show that relationship when we draw our average total cost curve and our average variable cost curve. So we're going to start off further apart here, slowly get closer, and at the greater quantities we want it to be closer. So it goes down, the average total cost curve descends until it hits the marginal cost curve. Again, with the average total cost, it's equal to the marginal cost at the average total cost minimum point. And then from there we're going to swing it back upwards. It's going to rise, and it's going to be closer to the average variable cost curve. Okay, so please draw this on your whiteboards and take a look at the graph and make sure that yours looks like mine. You may want to consult your neighbors so that they can take a look for it as well.